Hello, this is Vulturefire, and as you can see, this is a run already in progress. So, to explain a bit, I was doing a stream, my internet started to die, so after the A1 mid-boss, I called the stream and figured I would make a non-stream video for this, because I can record this offline and then just upload it at my leisure, and all of that. So, link to the stream will be in the description if you want to get caught up with where the run is at. The short version is that we managed, somewhat miraculously, honestly, to make it through the Area 1 mid-boss, and now we are staring down the barrel of Demented Mushroom. So, this is a randomly generated deck list. I have a link in the description to the wiki page that randomly generates deck lists. The short version is... I like saying the short version is, even though I never explain anything the short way. But so, anyway, what's going on is it gave me a random starting deck and a random card pool. Starting deck was guaranteed to have 4 mana cards. Card pool is guaranteed to have at least some non-epic mana cards. But aside from that, it can be any character cards or... what's the other thing? Character cards or generic cards. And I just have to try and figure out a way to get through the run with this handicap. This is the third attempt. The first two did not make it past the A1 mid-boss. So I used to do these with depth 3 way back. I did these with depth 3 before idols were a thing. And when you're doing random deck lists against depth 3 with no idols, or at least when I can basically win consistently because depth 3 is not that hard, especially if you know what monster cards to target. And so that usually worked out for me. Depth 4 with idols, depth 3 with idols already, random deck lists, gonna struggle. Depth 4 with idols, random deck lists, really challenging. I have done this once before. I was able to pull it off with a Rowden, but that was still not an easy run. And so obviously now we're on Neema. And our key things here are we do have Reforged, we do have Burn to Cinder, so we have access to Transform. Because we're in Neema, we do occasionally have access to Tough. For 2 out of 3 turns, we can get Tough. We have a very small amount of Weak. But largely, we don't have good defense. And so that is the struggle. So between these two fights, I think Arcane Aegis is of these the one I most... Oh, the third idol, by the way, that is not active in this area is Emptiness. So, of these... Oh, we get the same. We can get Arcane Aegis from either of them, so it's just a question of which of the two we think is going to be the harder fight. I think because we have Transform, I think this one is probably our better bet. Yeah. It's really kind of hard to say. Okay. So. And we obviously do want some shield here. And then that gives us 5 reflect, I think is worth it. And I don't love doing that if I can avoid it, but in this case I don't think I can. That would have been good last turn. Getting this one off the board is useful to us. So I just don't have to deal with it. Makes me happier. Got some trash here, but we did get one of the problems dead at least. And we can actually play that without suffering too much. I think we want to try and draw into mana. We're guaranteed to get at least a little bit of mana. Oh, I was not thinking. So it doesn't kill, which is unfortunate. I can do this and that together, but that's not enough. If we do this, we get a lot of powerful when these guys go down, which I think is worth it. But obviously our mana is kind of not great. And also we're still kind of hemorrhaging health. I can one shot, I can wipe you out. Unfortunately, yeah, the death spores go off. Okay, so we made it through that fight at least. Didn't really get anything we wanted. I think we take that, because it gives us at least access to leech. So one of the other downsides is, in a lot of ways, this is like quick play minus, because we don't have, we don't get the extra rerolls, we don't get the extra upgrades, and although we do technically we don't get a good starting deck, and although we technically know what is in our card pool, it is effectively a load of trash. So be aware this may end up being a relatively short video. We may end up, this video may end up ending after only 2 or 3 more fights, you know? Alright, I think Siphoning Blast is not something we can really afford. I don't think we need it, because we got the Ether Storm. Yeah, I thought we were in a different stance. I thought we were in moon stance because I saw the moon stance thing that started with. So we can do this. It's actually going to work out relatively well that these two are going to die and give us a lot of powerful going into the next turn. And now we can actually get tough. Do I want to get rid of that? I don't think so. That's interesting that we got to use Plundering Focus there, because we shouldn't have. But, I mean, I will take what I can get. So if I give Poison and Leech, that gets us a little bit of health back. I think I do that, because we are blocking this turn anyway. Alright, so our draw doesn't get us. Should have just gone for wits. So, oh, we got to because, anyway. We should have the win here, although, you know, this obviously hurt us. Just double check, this should be net damage, yeah. Okay. This gives us a consistent tough source. I think we need it. Extra mana is very good. We have to just... The problem is, this is a mana upgrade that's kind of risky, but I think we have to do it. Because we need the mana, right? This is only +1 mana, and it means that we sometimes can't play it, so maybe not. That doesn't go to 0 cost. It does go to more heal. This gives us another turn of tough. That may be worth it. None of our other upgrades get cheaper. Might be this. It might be Ramparts Plus. I think it's Ramparts Plus. I think we need that shield. We're just gonna see if we can struggle bust through this fight. Do I want to get rid of that? I don't think I do, actually. This is a really unfortunate fight to have Scorching Wind active in, I am now realizing. We're just going to have to do our best. Fortunately, our best is good enough. And that went staggeringly well because we were able to end it quickly. I think we need access to the cleanse. That's really not my favorite cleanse card, but I don't think we have a choice. I think Stream of Strike goes because I don't want to deal with those exhaustions. And we are absolutely going to use another rest. Keep cutting cards. Honestly, Nimble Strike seems kind of meh. I don't really need the Burn to Cinders either. Like, it's not the worst, but it is so expensive. It is card draw. I don't know if we actually want both Barb Strikes, but I think if we like keeping one, we kind of want to keep both. We'll cut the Nimble Strike. Unfortunately, there's no guaranteed mana access here. Oh, if I do this now, I kill that, which is a little unfortunate, but actually, I have to do this. There's just too much damage to not do. So, it is worth doing this. Just barely, but it is. This is unfortunate. No, I didn't want to do that, but I didn't think I had a choice. Maybe I should have saved that for next turn when the AoE attack comes out. Yeah, maybe a mistake. We do have access to weak this turn at least. The AoE on this is actually going to suck. Get decayed if we play that. Do we have a choice? We can get a little reflect here, but I don't think it's enough. I think we just have to play this. Just every time we can. And we just die? Yeah, we just die. We do have Phoenix Feather, but Yeah, I didn't think there was really a ton of chance we were getting through this fight. It's just a mix of too many things not going our way. Just so many things that are really bad for us. Like permanent decay, the eternal lifesteal. Yeah, it's just over. Okay, well, short addendum. Rep. Yeah, so the question becomes, was it a mistake to go forest at all? Maybe. So you're kind of stuck with this devil's choice with random decks sometimes, where forest we could probably beat mid boss, but we were dead to end. Because we could see we were fighting Dimension Mushroom. We knew we were dead to Mushroom. Like Thornberry Chieftain is a struggle, but I think we can do something. Obviously, there was no getting through that Dimension Mushroom fight. Like we weren't even close. But if we go Ramparts, all three mid bosses are just going to demolish us. And there's really just no way. I think our only real... So part of it was we needed better mana cards so we could afford to play our shit, right? Like, we really needed to be able to path into like a White Flame Surge, and maybe I should have planned around that better. I didn't realize just how bad our mana was until it was way too late to do anything about it. I maybe should have... Like, there was no way to path into more cleanse, really. Realistically, I want to say, like, the other boss was Vessel of Blight. I think Vessel of Blight would have gone very similarly. I don't think we could have beaten Vessel of Blight. We only barely beat Vessel of Impulse. This start is stronger than some. We did have access to Reforge, obviously, which is very good. And, like, Acid's Focus isn't bad on its own. But ultimately, the other pieces aren't there. And it's just not a particularly forgiving method of playing the game. Anyway, that's it for this. I will see you next time. Until then, toodles.